So our English grammar classes begin today and we are reading the finite verbs and the non-finite verbs. You know, the finite verbs are those verbs which are we are using it as a main verb. A main verb, that is, he is reading a book. So reading is a verb here. You know the sentence structure, he is a noun and book is object. So between noun and this object, subject and object, this is reading. Reading is a verb. Why reading is a verb? Firstly, ing. All the ing words are verbs. But what is the difference between finite verbs and non-finite verbs? When you are doing action, the action is taking place, that is a finite verb. But what are non-finite verbs? The non-finite verbs are like this. When you are making a sentence, reading is my hobby, you can see here it is a non-finite verb. So reading is my hobby, where reading is a non-finite verb because it is acting as a gerund here. So non-finite verbs, you can see here, they are of three types. So first is gerund. So this is a gerund because when a verb is acting as a noun, it is called a gerund. Secondly, if a verb is acting not as a verb but as a noun, it is called a gerund. You can note down the definition of gerund, that the verb when it is acting as a noun is called a non-finite verb, and that verb is called gerund. So this is gerund. Okay. So next we will begin with the participles. What are participles? You know the verbs second form or a third form. From example, you are writing break. So the second form of break is broke. That's broke. So break, broke, and then broken. When you use this form of the verb, like this, the broken chair, okay, is in my class. The broken chair, you can see this. The word broken, chair. Now you are describing the chair. Which chair you are talking about? The broken chair. It's adjective, but here it is used as a participle because the verb when it is acting as a adjective, so that's called a participle. The broken chair is in my class. Okay. So first of all, I will tell you first that finite verbs are those verbs which are acting as the main verb, like action is taking place, he is reading a book. But non-finite verbs, they are action but they are non-finite verbs because they are acting either as a gerund, either as a participle, means they are acting as a noun, or either as a adjective. And third is, that is infinitives. What are infinitives? Infinitives are those when we use the support of the verb, like I used to.